Okay, now that I showed you how to make your symbaloo webmix, I'm going to show you how to share it. Benefits of this is it's great for students. You can share these with your students. They can just click on tiles, go where you want them to go. Everything's kind of easy that way. And you can also embed it in like on a blog, if you have a blog for your classroom or whatever. Maybe you have a web page for your classroom, or a Moodle page. So I'm going to show you how to embed this into a Moodle page, and then the rules should still work for other blogs and web pages. All right, so I had our symbaloo up here that we were working on with our three little tiles here. And when you want to share your webmix, up here it says share. Now you have to give it a name and you have to describe it. So this is my demo webmix. Okay, and I'm going to make it public. Okay, so I'm going to share it. I'm going to hit share. Now copy the link below and post it anywhere you'd like to share your webmix. You can copy this link and someone can click on the link and go to it. But what I'm going to show you that's cooler is we're going to go to the embed code. Okay, so I have this crazy HTML code here, and I'm going to copy it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put it into Moodle. And if you already see here, this is my Dell demo training page. I already have the symbaloo here, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So if you have a symbaloo you want to share with students or staff or whatever, you can share them. Okay, so now that you're in Moodle, or whatever blog or web page you're using, and you got to put your editing on somehow, and you want to add this in so that it can be an HTML embed code. So what I'm going to do here is, let me just find a nice little spot to put it. I'll put it here. In Moodle, we're going to do what's called add a label. Okay, so in Moodle, I have a label. I'm going to call it webmix to demo. Okay. And what's going to happen is I need to put that code in, but I don't want to copy it directly into this box right here. This box is for typing text that's readable. You want to put it in HTML. So if you notice this little blue HTML right here, so here's what I typed in before. I'm just going to put this below it. I'm going to Control V, which is paste my embed code from my symbaloo that I made. Okay, and I'm going to update that. And there's that symbaloo. Okay, now if you wanted to just focus on a corner of the symbaloo and you don't want to have the whole thing, notice it's kind of large, you can augment the size of this. So if I go back to HTML, if you notice it says width 920, height 600. If I just wanted it to be a certain portion of it, I could cut this in half, I could make this smaller. So I'm just going to do 100 and then, I don't know, let's call this 75. Okay, so I can do that to change the size. So if you don't want a giant web mix, you can just have a smaller web mix. So if you notice, now when you preview it, when you see it, you've got the little tiny corner there. So this is, oh, where'd it go? I need to refresh. We have this little part here. So you can change the size of it, do what you need to do. I personally am going to put it back to being what it was. I liked it full size, so it's there and it's like in the kid's face or whoever you want to see it. It's like, oh, you can't miss that thing, it's big enough. So just to give you an idea of how this can be used, I use this, we had kids do some research online, and I kind of wanted to filter what they were allowed to see or what they were able to do. So I created a symbaloo for them if they wanted to get information. All right, now I'm back to being big here. So I'm going to save and return to course. And that's how you would embed this into a Moodle page. Sometimes in Chrome you have to refresh. It doesn't see it right away. But there you go. There's our new one that we made with the YouTube, College Board, and Cheese. So if you ever wanted kids to access those, it's a much easier way than sending them lists. Okay. What I was explaining to you is we did a project in an online lesson, and I wanted to make sure that the kids only went to certain sites. Not that I don't trust them searching, but there was certain information that I was going to ask them questions on, and I want to make sure that they were able to access just that information. So I made this symbaloo, and I organized it by color and topic. So you can do whatever you'd like with these. Maybe you're super visual and you want to put your videos together. Maybe you want all informational sites to be orange, whatever. You can mess around as much as you want. But just make sure that if this is one that's shared and you make some changes, you want to update it. And the reason I know this is shared is because it no longer says share. You can stop the sharing, but it doesn't say share webmix anymore. So you have to update. Whenever you make a change and it's shared or it's embedded, you need to update it. Okay, so let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. The one that we did was demo. Let's say on demo, I removed the College Board one. So I right click and I'm just going to delete this tile. Okay, it's gone. I need to update this webmix. So now it's updated. That means anybody that had access to it or where it was before, I'm going to refresh my Moodle page here. What will happen is it'll also update your webmix wherever it is that you shared it. So here's my other one. There you go. See, notice the YouTube one is, the College Board one's gone and I'm down to 2. So whenever you make changes, just make sure to update it, okay, so that the newest webmix version is available for people. All right, I hope that helps. I think it's a great tool for teaching, and it really does keep things more organized because there's so many tools out there. We just have a hard time remembering them all. Thanks so much.